Goonergate and its consequences by lack of entertainment channel. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's watch.
We are at the peak of the moral panic on Twitter. Americans are extremely concerned that their empire is going to be torn down not by nuclear hellfire but by cartoons. Right? The internet being the same as it was 10 years ago is completely destroying their society. And of course they tried everything. And the only answer left is censorship. Like, the only entity capable of saving America right now is not Jesus, it's the government. And so, you have people...
Because it helped us very much up until now, right? Like, wow, what amazing society we have nowadays. And the only one we have to thank for all of this is the government.
On the internet freaking out about this problem. And here you have an individual by the name of Templar Pilled. He says that he understands the love of free speech.
Pilled.
And obviously he should. I mean, after being persecuted for a decade and a half on the Jack Dorsey Twitter and the rest of social media, a culture that forced him to bake the cake. Yeah, I think like that probably made him realize that free speech is important. But there's a but, right? Free speech is important, but I've never heard this before. But it's still weird how many right-wingers defend pornography. Fascinating. Now here's the interesting thing. I really hate the word weird. I fucking despise it. I think if you're not a teenage girl in high school, you shouldn't use the word weird. Healthy men use slurs. Like, if you're going to curse, if you're going to be upset at someone, don't use the word weird. Like, use a slur. Like normal people. Use a gamer word. You know? Use a cigarette.
It's not like we defend pornography. But I think that they use excuses like pornography to take out our freedom for everything else. And not that much pornography to begin with. Like, usually pornography is at least for what I see, it's been the last one targeted. It's like the same when they say that, oh, it's for protecting the kids. Oh my god, every single day when I hover in my homepage on YouTube, I see a lot of surreal, absurd things. And I'm saying this on YouTube. And sometimes I print and share on the Discord the things that YouTube show me. You know? And like, I don't understand how that thing it's there, and like many of my videos are demonetized, you know, and very, not like dangerous content like mine and others, or like censored for way less, videos removed and etc. And I've seen very horrible stuff. Even YouTube Kids, you can see very horrible stuff that shouldn't be there. You know, and you don't see they caring anything about that at all. Like, they don't. Like, I was on Twitter today morning, and I saw a leaflet saying that she had a video removed. I'm not sure about what the video was about, but it was something about I think it was about YouTube Kids as well. Something that wasn't, things that weren't supposed to be there and stuff like that. And she made a video about this or something, and the video was removed. It's there on X if you guys wanna check. If I have time or remember, find it. I may edit this tweet here somewhere in any place. But they always use this excuse like kids and protect people from pornography. But it's never about it. It's about control, more and more control over us. You know, it's about taking freedom of people. It's never about pornography, you know. But they use this as an excuse to censor. Like they are already thinking censoring violent games. And who is gonna determine what is a violent game? Is them, of course. And for them, even a flare is violence, you know. So, it's about not allowing them to increase their power. Is what this is about. And because of that, I think we should really start to not allow the government just seize more and more of freedom in any kind of form, because it's always not like as they are saying. Like they always say something and it's the contrary. Like in my country, for example, they approved a new law called law of Falca law, which is the name of the content creator that this law was created after, and the law was supposed to protect kids, but I mean, it's the only thing that is not doing. Like clearly, it's the only thing that's not doing, because the most same horrible content creators that are like influencing kids in a very terrible way are still there, like always. And a lot of people that had not to do with that are already losing channels. It's amazing. And it's going to get worse and worse. It's always about censorship. It's always about censorship. It's always about be against freedom of speech. It's always about this stuff. And they always will come with the new facades, and people, because they are dumb, they will always believe. And they discovered like the it's not like they discovered now, but it's like the only thing that seems to work pretty much well is using women and kids as a shield to do whatever they want and seize our freedom and all of this stuff. And I'm tired of people still falling for this. It's pretty much clear, and that's why I don't think they shouldn't be how was that again? Sensory porn and etc. I don't think because they would not like it. It's not a purpose. It's just a means to a way that they want to do other stuff with it. And they will use porn as an excuse. And they use child as an excuse. And they will use women as an excuse to do that. This is the problem. Of course, pornography is a problem, but they are not like wanting to end this. They are using this to censor our freedom. That's about it. And people seem to not notice.
Or something. But anyway, I don't.
And I'm become crazy. Please, my dear audience, let me know in the comments. I want you to be very honest. Do you think I'm wrong? Am I crazy? No, seriously. Maybe there is something wrong with my thoughts, because I really see like the right wing like eating themselves alive over this. And I cannot see, like, how can you not be responsible for your own life to the point that you need the government to say what you should be watching or not? And about kids, if you are the parents, you are supposed to take care of what your kid is watching or not as well. It's not the government. So I don't understand. I really don't understand how this can be good. I really don't. How can people still can defend censorship over this just because they used magic words like pornography, women, and child?
I feel the need to curse, because obviously I respect Templar Pilled. I have nothing against him, but I do want to bring a little bit of wisdom.
Because the government is always so trustable, right? Like, it's so trustable. I don't know. I don't trust them. I don't know how can people still trust in any words that they say. I really don't.
Wisdom here, because I keep seeing lately these individuals acting like leftists in debates. And what I mean by this is that they don't understand context. They don't seem to understand what's going on. They don't get the arguments. They debate like leftists. And in my opinion, it's a little bit disappointing, because I think that Christians are educated and wise, like they carried the torch of the Roman Empire. And so like I expect a little bit more from them than the leftists. In other words, I expect that at least they're getting the arguments, and they're not making these mistakes by thinking that, right-wingers love porn. The reality is like, okay, first of all, the statistics regarding pornography shows that almost every single guy watches it. It shows that almost 80% of women in America, that includes your mom, probably has sex toys. Again, these are the statistics. This is not me pulling it from my ass. Like, I was bewildered by them when I saw them. But it kind of makes sense, right? Because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Like,
I didn't know this data. Wow, that is shocking.
someone has to watch it. And it's a billion-dollar industry that doesn't operate on subscriptions, right? Like, it operates on ad revenue, which is already an incredibly suppressed industry. So, yes, obviously, like, someone somewhere is watching this. And so, by the sheer number of people engaged with it, it's safe to assume that there is an overlapping between right-wingers and individuals that consume this type of material. But the thing is, like, people are not actually defending pornography, okay? What is happening is that the government is trying to destroy internet anonymity. This is known, and we can see it in Britain. We can see it how Australia used these laws in order to crack down on the video showing the Charlie Kirk assassination or the Irina assassination. And they used legislation that they claimed is about keeping children safe. They claimed something and they did something else, right? So while the government does have the power of Jesus to reshape society, to heal leprosy with their big pharma, and they can replicate some of the miracles that the Almighty has performed, and they can even cure the blind with LASIK surgery, right? Like, there is an overlap there. There is also the fact that, unlike Jesus, the government can lie. And so, like, trusting the government with your digital ID in order to have a wank just breaks my brain. Like, only a person that's dominated by emotions and is just saying what's trendy now cannot stop a little bit to think about the fact that the government is ignoring all the other possibilities. Like, you could legislate for children to have dumb phones and make it illegal if a kid is caught with a smartphone, right? Like, they would ask him, where did you get it? And then go to the person that sold them and give him a fine or arrest them. That is a possibility, right? You get your kids off the internet by doing that. Or they could do a campaign awareness for parental controls or force...
Come on, we could thinking at least a dozen of ways of like parents control better what their kids are doing online. Like, maybe they are endless. No, endless is too much. But there is a lot of ways that it's better than the government doing that for you. And they will never do that. Because I don't know if you guys noticed it yet, because I did. The government loves, like, their words that begins with P, you know? The government loves that. If you pay attention, like, probably it's one of the most common crimes of the government that like, all the most, like, common figures. If they were not involved with that yet, they will soon, like, be discovered to be doing that, or they would just be best discovered. I don't know why politicians, why artists, they like so much this stuff. They like so freaking much this stuff. But it's like, I think it's I'm not saying that only that the high level of society that does, but it's the majority of them does that. You know, that type of crime that begins with a P, you know? Yeah, it is that one that you're thinking. So, do you think that these guys that loves this type of stuff, they will really, like, make things to make their main interest is, like, difficult? Really? Oh, no. I don't trust the government. I don't. Okay, I don't.
ISPs to have, like, a very visible and explicit way to do parental controls for the household that has it. Like, there are so many other ways that you can keep children safe, but for some reason they're really stuck on the digital ID thing, And now you have people like the Templar Pill being absolutely bewildered and flabbergasted on why is it that other people like myself do not support it. And so the conclusion must be that I am porn obsessed, that I'm addicted, and this is the only reason why I don't want the government that has fucked us during the pandemic to get even more powers now. And so I wanted to demonstrate something interesting, right? Like, again, the idea is that I'm afraid, right? Like, I'm afraid that people are coming after my pornography. This is generated with an AI. It's available to the public. It's free to download. It's called Stable Diffusion. You can ask ChatGPT how to get it and how to install it. It runs offline. It can generate any type of kink, any type of fiction that you have. Imagination is the limit. It does have some safeguards, right? So you can't generate les mineurs, which is fine, because I like big tits anyway. But my point is, you can take this image, put it into Grok then, and animate it. And you can string a couple of images, and you can create your own pornography. And everything is done offline. Except for the animation that Grok does. But there are like models that you can use Stable Diffusion to animate it on your computer. You can run it on a laptop that's offline. I am not afraid that this is going to get banned. For the entirety of human history, these things exist. I don't give a shit. These things can be generated within 30 seconds. My point is that you're wrong when you say, oh, you only care about your brain dead anime and you're afraid that it's going to... No, I don't. I really don't care about this. It doesn't affect me. Unironically, I'm in a fucking bunker. Like, burn down the entire internet if you want. Doesn't affect me. What does affect me, however, is the digital ID that is being shilled so hard by the same people that got ass-fucked during the Jack Dorsey era. This is what I don't understand. And if you're not able to get the argument, you're either disingenuous and you're arguing like a leftist that pretends doesn't understand context, doesn't know anything.
Yeah, and people like me and many others would be the main, like, prejudiced people that don't want to show identity online. I don't know what will gonna be of us. Some maybe will just decide to don't care and show their faces, and some will just appear. I don't know what's gonna be, but... Or if we'll have, like, other types of platforms that will be hosted in a country that doesn't have this type of shit laws that are against anonymity, and this platform will, because of the desire of people that will want to have anonymity, and freedom of speech and etc., they will all flock to another platform. This is right now, this is still very hard to believe because many platforms appeared already to try to debunk the main ones, but it didn't work. I think the one that is kind of succeeding, it's Kick. But because Twitch is like failing so hard, so like it's so freaking hard that's making Kick arise. And but even so, Kick is each new day that passes, it's becoming a new Twitch. I mean, in the sense of the following the same bullshit, having the same bullshit guidelines, and etc. So. Like, they come with the promise to be different, and they become the same. And they are becoming the same in the sense of how they work. Even faster than they are actually reaching some success. I mean, they are growing, but they have too much to grow yet until they could do such a thing. But they are already showing that, like, the claws, They will just become the same in future. Like, it doesn't matter. And I don't know. I really don't know. I just think that there is no comeback and things will only get worse. And people will maybe, I don't know what will be of people. They will flock out of internet. Or if they will just, allow this to happen, don't care. I don't know what's gonna be. The future is really very very much pitch dark. I don't know.
And,
Pitch black in me.
or you're like illiterate, and you just can't get the fact that you can see what's being done in the UK and how the British government is using any type of argument they can in order to push for the digital ID. And you must have been in amnesia during the COVID pandemic to see what the government can do with such a power. And yet you're still pushing for it as if the last elections in the US were the last elections in history. As if like you're never going to have leftists back in power, and that they will use exactly the laws that were created in order to crack down on your Christianity. And not only will it crack down on your Christianity, you're going to have a lot of people that just wanted to grill, or maybe were even on your side, and they now felt stabbed in the back. Because the way you're behaving on the internet doesn't seem like you're trying to save souls. I've seen a lot of these people, and their rhetoric is very telling. They don't seem compassionate about, like trying to save people. They don't seem empathetic. The way they talk is condescending. The way they talk is like they talk down on you. I don't think Jesus talked like that. Again, they will say, well, you're an atheist. What do you know? Well, exactly, I'm an atheist because you can't persuade me. Like, I've yet to hear the moral reason on why I should be on your side. I was more persuaded by my wife's family to baptize my child into Christianity than any of the arguments that I see online. In fact, the arguments that I see online, I'm starting to wonder, like, should my child actually become a Christian? Like, if he's going to become this insufferable, and is going to be incapable of understanding even, like, simple arguments, and is going to be unable to even manage basic critical thinking skills, should he actually be a Christian? I'm now starting to wonder. But anyway, right, so as we see here, and this is my argument, right? It's like, if you're a Christian, and you're being...
It's always better as a Christian. I mean, it just depends more on on the parents' instructions than the actual church where they are serving. If the parents are not like that, he or she will not be like that,
oppressed. You're told to bake the cake, you're getting censored from everywhere, you're getting debanked, and you're getting fired from your job, and then you end up crying for help, and you're begging for free speech. This is important to point out. Before the Obama era, right-wingers didn't believe in free speech. I mean, they believed it just as much as the Democrats believed it today. But they weren't big on free speech. It was Obama that came with the platform of trying to re-empower free speech, right? Because, like, the Bush era was, no, like, you either believe in the Patriot Act or you're anti-American. So it's important to get that down, right? Like, why right-wingers are for free speech. It's because they've been censored. And I am for free speech for everyone, right? Like, I want you to be able to say what you want. I want everyone to be able to say what they want. So anyway, right? They cry for help. They beg for free speech. And people valuing liberty and freedom then join their cause, right? People like myself, I know many atheists. And people that aren't religious joining with the right because, yes, like, it was unfair. And by the way, I, as an atheist, during COVID, when Romania prevented people from going on Eastern and wanted to shut down churches, I actually defied that order, and I went in person with many of my friends over there in order to see if we're going to get arrested. Because, again, I have nothing against Christians. And I think that they've been treated extremely unfairly. But now put yourself in my shoes, like, we're doing our best in order to help them against the oppression from the left. And the moment they get a little bit of power, they don't even care about us. Oh, you're not with the book? Get fucked. And it's like, okay. I mean, that's reasonable, I guess, my bad. Should I reconsider? Because apparently, like, this is the message, right? Like, no, you're going to get digital ID. You're going to dox yourself when you go on social media. You're going to tie your digital ID to your banking. You're going to tie your digital ID to your public health care. And you're going to fucking like it because that's how we're protecting our children. And it's like, no, you're not. No. But anyway, right. As I mentioned, like, you have many people that aren't Christians, people that are from all walks of life. Everyone on the internet is now fighting against the woke. So they finally have the numbers in order to push back. And the moment they gain power, they start redefining pornography to mean anything that can and could arouse. So in other words, this is exactly why I posted this picture, right? Like, as you can see, It's not censored. Like, Twitter has an automatic flagging system. I uploaded this on ChatGPT. I uploaded it on Gemini, which have, like, filters preventing you from uploading pornography. None of them thought that this is porn. Because at the end of the day, you can see women like this at a beach, right? Like, as long as she's dressed, there's no nudity involved. It is erotic, sure. But it is not pornographic. Like, there's no sex involved. There's no, cock and pussy or anything like that. There's nothing, right? So, like,
People
even
don't
social
know
media
the
that
meaning
is
of the
already
words anymore.
abiding by advertisers and it's very stringent is not considering this to be pornographic.
The words are so being misused for so long and for so many people that many of those just lost the meaning. I admit that even myself sometimes, I mean, of course myself, I'm a normal person, but I myself sometimes use some words like that are not entirely on that meaning, but I think in my case it's just, it happens more in English because my vocabulary is small, so I use what I can remember. But I think you got it. I think you got what I mean. I cannot come up with an example now, but I think you guys understood.
Right? So they redefine what pornographic means in order to include this. And they're not going to just ban this image. Like, if you have a cartoon, an anime, a comic book, and has this image, they will ban the whole thing. If you have a video game that has this image, they want to ban the whole thing. Right? Like, I'm reading what they're saying online. It's the Melanie Mac argument. Like, if it can stimulate the senses, they want it gone. And so when they're using the words, when they're talking, they're being very subversive. They're using the Mountain Bailey tactic, right? Like, when they promote the age verification laws, they're talking about Pornhub, which most people agree. It's like, okay, Pornhub is a bad company, it's vile, should go away, right? But they're actually talking about everything that's erotic, right? Whether it's a book, whether it's a video game, whether it's an entertainment. It's like, hold on a little bit. Like, you want to restart the censorship industrial complex that the left was dominating? And the answer is yes. Yes, they want to restart the censorship industrial complex, and they want to grift. Do you know how much money the e-safety commissioner in Australia makes for censoring people? Over $500,000. Over $500,000 to censor the internet. That's how expensive this grift is. And don't give me a bullshit that this is about protecting children, when, again, as I mentioned before, you can use this AI in order to generate whatever you want on an offline laptop. And we already know from Reddit and Discord that kids already figured out ways to bypass the age verification networks. Because when we're talking about kids, we're not talking about 5-year-olds, we're talking about 16-year-olds. When you were 16, didn't you know how to gain access to a computer if you wanted? I knew how to use MS-DOS back then. I knew how to use basic coding. Like, we're talking 16, right? And so, like, these laws do not function. Like, these are laws that even if we were to assume that they're done with good intention, they're only to benefit single moms. And even then it doesn't work. Because the only thing that would work is actually good parenting. That's it.
I didn't went as far as thinking that, did I? I don't remember. But I don't remember having these thoughts, but I think maybe you're right. But I mean, it's such an amazing thing comparing this to single moms. I don't know if I agree with you, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay, like, unless you have good parenting and you manage to educate your children properly, they are going to go on a website that you don't want them to go. Whether it's a pornography website, a gambling website, a website where they can find extremist content, they will go there. If you're not a good parent and you don't know how to parent your kids, that's literally what's going to happen. And so, as I mentioned, right, like, you have the numbers to push back, you redefine pornography, you start targeting video games, cartoons, social media, the internet, you advocate for a Chinese-style digital ID system to log online, and you demand people dox themselves to have a wank. And then you're shocked and surprised when members of your coalition look at you with disgust, misinterpret their grievances, and pretend it's about hardcore pornography and that they must be gooners addicted to smut. These are their arguments, and what do I get, right? Like, literally, the first response that I get, I don't know the purpose of the picture, but that's a gooner picture. It will gut your soul slowly. I mean, if this is the way the conversation is going to go.
Oh my god.
it's time for a moral decoupling. Like, there's no back and forth here. There's nothing else to be had. It's like, okay, fine, censor the internet. Sure, I mean, we're just going to have to adjust. All of us, like, are going to start taking measures. Because at the end of the day, they keep laughing about the atomized individual. Oh, it's funny, the atomized individual. The atomized individual knows to take care of himself. Like, that's the whole purpose, right? Like, he's atomized. He is self-sustaining. He's like the prepper. So, like, it's fine, censoring the internet, require digital ID on everything. It is what it is. I hope that for myself, because I don't give a shit about you. I'm like, not like the ones that, I care about your soul and shit. No, like, your soul. My soul, my soul. It's not our souls, right? We're not communists here. Like, I hope that for myself and my family, we will be able to hopefully make it through the dark days that are going to come of internet authoritarianism and governmental crackdowns that are going to happen when politicians have access to CBDC and digital ID and all of this nonsense.
Yeah,
and
me
I don't
too.
hope that for you, you get your best. No, I hope you get fucked. Like, I really hope that when this shit starts kicking in, and it's going to take like 5 or 6 years until the internet anonymity is going to go away. Freedom of expression is going to be a thing of the past, and you're going to see governments cracking down on political opponents, like we're already seeing in UK. 50 arrests a day, by the way. We're already seeing in Australia, taking down videos like the Charlie Kirk assassination and all of that I spoke before, right? When we go to those ages, I'm pretty sure that these individuals right now will pretend that this never happened. Just like the left are pretending that the social justice era never happened either, right? It is what it is. Hopefully, I will get through it. With them, hopefully they'll get fucked. It's interesting. The internet was the last bastion that they had. Because the TV was woke, the newspapers were woke, the academia was woke, the workplace was woke. The internet was literally the only place where people could go and air out their grievances. But they're like, you know what? We need a Chinese-style digital ID internet to protect the kids. But, hopefully the kids...
Now people will download AI and talk with AI the entire day. Offline, like, because they cannot grieve on the internet, so they will grieve with an AI the entire day. So they don't need to, to use their facial ID and stuff like that online. They will just move to offline totally. And use all the, when they need something to do online, they will use all the means possible to not require an ID or to bypass it, to just do what they need and like go back offline again. I think this probably is what will happen for the ones that are more smart and more worried about their identities. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that this only this. I think it goes deeper than that and many other stuff, but I'm just summarizing, I guess. And yeah, I guess that's
Kids are not going to see a titty. Unfortunately, they may grow up in an authoritarian hellhole. Like Britain or Australia. The problem is the way of life decreases, right? Because when people can't complain, the politicians start grifting. That's the whole point. That's the point of authoritarianism, right? Like someone somewhere has to benefit from it. And it's usually the politicians that do grifts. And the grifts decrease the lifestyle of the population. And the population can't complain, can't organize, can't do shit. Because their whole identity is now tied to a digital ID that is going to regulate their banking, their healthcare, their education, their business opportunities, their online space. Oh my goodness, the cartoon. Oh,
that's
the cartoon.
devious, that's terrible, and that's
Let me know what you guys think.
Revelation.
And I'll see you in the comment section.
Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, for the incredible support to my work here on YouTube, and especially my three-tailed fox tier members, Wolony Wolf, Heath Rowell, Fenny Sylvy, Zalost, Tayashi, and Zaela Zhezzaia. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to all of you who supported me through Ko-Fi or Tron. Thank you very, very much. You can support this channel live and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check the links below. Patreon, Discord, Skillfull Friends. I don't think I have more to add. The guy was pretty much clear with the thoughts. I agree with almost everything he said. I give my points as well. So that's it. Yeah, we are doomed. But I cannot even say that we are doomed this slowly. We are being doomed very fast. Yeah, that's it. Support my Ko-Fi, so maybe I can make my life a little bit less worse. Leaving my fucking country and going to somewhere more safe. That maybe I can start using Rumble as well as a platform again because I cannot use it here. And I see you guys in the next one. Bye. And that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ja, mata ne!